Welcome back to the Manor Entropians. Julian McBain here, and today we are going to do a kind of a special thing today. This is for people who are brand new, and I want to show what you can do on just 10 PED. So that's $1 US. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a 10 PED hunt. And we're going to start with going straight from, we're not going to use any armor or anything like that. I'm going to avoid using healing devices if I can. We're going to go in here. We're going to go weapons. We're going to pick up the Omegaton M2100A1 pistol, which is all of you can attest I never use. And we're going to buy 7 PED worth of ammo. No. So there. A straight 10 PED. We're going to see how we do. And now I'm going to equip the pistol. And we're going to go out and we're going to hunt punies. So this is pretty much how you're going to hunt when you start out. And the minimum deposit, of course, is 20 PED or $2. That's how you really kind of want to do it. But I just want to go out here and see how we do on a hunt. And my big thing is I'm going to try to avoid causing trouble for any of the actual people who need to be out here. We are, however, going to consume a 10% pill because I don't use pistols very often. Ooh. So, and because it's me, I'm always going to have a pet out. So let's see how we do. As you can see, we get quite a bit out of, just 7 PED worth of ammo. That's 500 shots. And the pistol isn't bad for damage dealing. Not really interested, dude. So as you can see, this pistol doesn't do a huge amount of damage, and punies don't give up a whole lot of loot. But consider the amount of the cost per mob is very, very low. And I know that my results are going to be a little bit skewed because I've got, for these mobs, I have really high looter professions. But this is how you want to get started. And the first hunt, the first iron hunt is punies, and you kill 16,600 of them. And I don't know how that's going to be affected in the new version of things, because I know that MindArk is doing kind of a redesign of how their missions are going to go. But I mean, as you can see, we're doing pretty okay here. Like that was a 1 PED drop. That did happen back when I was new. It just wasn't very often. But you can do pretty good just sitting here. I'm grinding the skills out, and I only put $1 in. And as you can see, my handgun skill is like non-existent. Not only that, but every time they strike at me, my evade can go up, things like that. So this is where all newbies, or the majority of newbies, start, is right here at Camp Icarus hunting punies. And for months I spent hunting here. I think I pretty much used the... Well, I wanted to be a melee player, and I am a melee player, so I picked up the TT... No, not that guy. I picked up the TT sword. I'd come out here and hunt until the sword ran out. And I'd trade loot for more swords. And that's just the way it worked. And there was some losses taken. But I got a lot of skills out of it. So by the time I was done, all the skills I needed were there to go on to the next area. And the best part about hunting punies is you can largely do this without armor, even as a newbie. Yeah, the CODs are going to cause you some trouble. If you're using like a gun, I mean, you can already see that my my extremely low handgun ability. I'm still doing pretty good. I'm not taking a whole lot of damage. If you've got a rifle, you've got even more. You can back up as you go. Like, this is technically how you're supposed to do it. And as you can see, he's not even reaching me. And with Bukins, you do even better. You get fewer shots out of it. But it's all, you know, PED per damage. And as you can see, there is nothing to complain about here. So let's see, we're just gonna do like a 5-minute check-in here. How long have we been doing this? 5 minutes. So I've used about 2 PED worth of ammo. I've got it all back in Shrap. And that result's a little bit high, but not a lot. And the reason for that is because what I'm really losing, I'm not really losing, I'm gaining a lot of skills, but the place that the PED is draining is in the gun, right? You know, the PED used in using the gun, and it's going to get better as you go for you. I've used 4 PEC out of the gun. So far, this is a profitable hunt. And does this mean when you start out it's always going to be profitable? Absolutely not. Don't expect it to be a profitable hunt, especially in the beginning. But the point is, you keep at it, right? So here I am. I'm hunting punies. I'm getting these micro loots. I'm gaining skills. And I'm gaining PED. Or at least I'm getting the loot to trade or to convert so I can keep going. So, okay, so now that we're on the trail, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the Manor. Please take an opportunity to subscribe using the button in this corner. We are on the road to 13 million subscribers, 1 subscription at a time, so please make sure you subscribe. Also, please go to McBainManor.com/donate if you want to support my work. I really appreciate any contributions. It really helps out. Okay, so back to it. And you know, this video would be good for higher level players too, who might be limited on cash for a couple of months, because it's as you get up there, the way MindArc's model really kind of works is kind of like a hook, right? And I know a lot of people like to call it kind of like a casino, and the method they use to attract customers is not unlike a casino. It's not a casino because there's no, the random element in it really isn't random, but they hook you with low-level hunting, right? It's like, oh, I can do this for almost nothing, and you can, right? I put $1, this is $1 that I'm spending right now. On this video, I am spending $1, and I don't care how long the video is. Normally, as you all know, I go for a half-hour video, but we're just gonna see how long this takes. It could take 10 minutes, it could take an hour. We're just gonna see how this works, and we're gonna see how we come out. But you know, you can play for hours a month on just a few dollars, and then you get hooked, because this game is addictive as hell. And then you start playing at higher levels, and you realize to play at higher levels you need more PED, so you start putting more PED in. And soon you're doing, you know, you go from 10 PED a month to 20 PED a month. Okay, well that's still your average subscription service, right? It's not even 7. Oh, it just turned 7 a.m. where I am drinking coffee. Like, not that I don't mainline it all day anyway. And then you get to the next step, and you're like, oh, well, to hunt at the same amount that I was doing at my new level, I gotta put in $25, and then it's $30, and then it's $40. So, oh, did we hunt this place clean? Icarus is always fairly high population, So it's easy to clear out a large number of punies and then have nothing to hunt for a couple of seconds. Another area you can hunt is over here at Port Atlantis. This whole area is full of punies. And maybe my next video we'll do like an Atlantis run. I'll take bookins and we'll go, because 99% of this can be hunted using bookins without any issue. I like to do wood cutting in this area. There are quite a few mobs in the area too, especially once you hit like this area here. And that's one thing you do have to kind of watch out for. It's unusual for people to sweat mobs here at Icarus. But if there are people sweating, you want to avoid shooting their targets. Judging by the fact that they haven't moved, they probably went AFK. But it is considered, it doesn't matter, it's bad form. It's absolutely bad form to hit someone's sweat target, no matter where you are. And so if you can avoid doing that, as you can see, I couldn't see him. I didn't see the reflection off of his DSC-1, but it was bad form. So you wanna avoid shooting other people's sweat targets or other people's targets in general. But for sweaters, it's especially important because you know they put a lot of effort in it. That's the hard grind. That is the hard grind. So you want to respect the fact that they're willing to go through that. You can tell I'm used to either having a sword or a rifle, because I'm like, why am I getting so close to him? I've got a gun. Okay. We're still doing pretty good. We've got 2.8 PED left. I'm not sure that we're still profitable like we were a little while ago, but we're doing pretty good. 6. We're on the edge. We did get some of these mission items. So there is a mission for Calypso bone samples, or there was a mission for Calypso bone samples. I don't know if there's still going to be a mission for them or not. They removed the mission item label off of it, so I'm beginning to wonder if they took that mission out, or if they are going to take that mission out. You had to collect like 10,000 of them. And once you're done doing punies, you got roughly half of them. But they only drop off punies. A lot of more experienced players would buy them off of newbies. For, I think, half a PED each, just so they could complete the mission. So for a new player, that can actually get quite lucrative. So if they leave that in, that's something you could always think about, is just, you know, farming those bones. But as you can see, whoa. What was that? My plasma pistoler profession leveled up. Okay. I will say this. It is not recommended to sweat punies here. Or if you do the bristle hogs, which admittedly hit a touch harder, but... And the reason why is because there are so many people firing here, you're going to get frustrated with the number of people shooting your target. You know, mistakes happen. Most of them, if not all of them, don't do it deliberately. They won't see you because the CODs are just so big. But be aware that if you do, that and if you're solo sweating, it's less efficient to hunt these guys than, say, the Sabakuma up here at Half Moon Cove. Because these guys are level 1, the Sabakuma are up there are level 0. The amount they hit you for the amount of sweat you get out of them, you will be far more efficient if you're solo sweating the Sabakuma up north than you ever will sweating these guys. And I've tried. I've sweated these guys, I've sweated bristle hogs. It's just, it's much easier if you're solo sweating to do Half Moon Cove. That being said, if you're looking for sweat circles, new players, Boreas, oh, that's Athena Spaceport. There it is. Boreas is where the majority of your newer players will do sweat circles, but the real place to do it is here at, no, not Medusa Teleporter. Sorry, I'm in the wrong continent. Here at Royal Club. That's where you get, for lack of a better term, and I hate to say it like this because it sounds like, you know, this is what they do for a living, but this is where you find the professional sweaters. You know, that's where the big circles happen. And you've got the sweating initiative at OLA 42, which I think is that it? Oh. Here it is. It's on one of the OLA 42 sites owned by Big Industries, and they pay top PED for sweat. Like, I think it's like 2.5 PED per 1,000 bottles. And they do an event every day. I don't know the time for it anymore. It'll be announced down here in the chat area. So if you're new and you're looking to get, you know, grind the PED the old-fashioned way, you want to go here, you want to go here, ask people for a ride. A lot of players will give free rides to the sweating fields, or you can just go to Boreas. Boreas is by far the easiest to reach. You could just port to Isle of Troy, because Isle of Troy is a port you get to start with, and you can swim. It's a long swim, but it's a safe swim. You try going over land, you're going to get your face eaten. But if you ask for a ride to Boreas, in most cases you'll find a player within a reasonable amount of time who's willing to hop you there. In fact, if I'm not recording in most cases, I see someone wants to get to Boreas or needs a ride, I'll often just say, sure, hop in the Sleipnir. I got no problem doing that. The majority of players that I've met in this game have no problem doing that. Because we all understand that the game's only going to get better if we keep adding players, and if those players can achieve the goals that they set out to achieve. So we're starting to run low on ammo here. We got a good, what, 20 minutes out of this hunt? Yeah. It's been a good 20 minutes out of the hunt. And I'm going to say this, at first it's going to be kind of frustrating, you know, you're new, you want to get all the things, you see people with all this stuff, and you're just getting a boatload of shrapnel, which is really, and see, that was stupid. He could see me hunting him and he tried sweating what I was shooting. You know, you don't want to shoot someone's sweat target, but at the same time, don't try to sweat something that's already under attack. And I mean, he might not have seen me, but I think I was pretty clearly there, but it doesn't really matter. You know, just avoid these things. So we got 16 shots left. I'm not confident I can eliminate another one. So we're going to do an add up. We're going to see how we did. And through all of that, we used 12 PED of our gun. That's it. So as you can see, you can hunt for a long time off of a TT pistol. So let's go to the trade terminal. So we have 19 PED worth of ammo left. And we have our gun. Oh, got to unequip it. My bad. And then let's see what we got for loot here. The bones aren't actually worth anything, but 10.03. We made money on this run. 3 whole pack. But you know what? We didn't lose anything. And we got all those skills. And that's really the important part, is that we didn't lose and we got skills. And so when you're hunting, those are the things to keep in mind. As long as you're coming out on top, even a little bit, you're doing okay. So, players that have been around a while, tell me what you think about it. I'd love to hear your comments. You know, anything that we can do to help new players would be useful. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe down below. We are on the road to 13 million subscribers, one subscription at a time, so please make sure you subscribe. Guys, I really appreciate all of your support. You all have a wonderful, wonderful day.